don't even remember what it was called. But
Well,
we fought this.
The Dread Wraith.
Yeah, and we fought that other thing too. That was like some sort of weird spawn of some elder thing. Anyway, yeah, we killed some stuff. And that was most of what we did last week.
Yeah, it was mostly a combat session.
Yeah.
Very little roleplay.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot.
We were fighting those weird oozes in the very beginning of it because, like, well, actually, I guess that's what it was. It was the oozes, actually, last session. The other thing I was thinking of was 2 sessions ago. But we fought the oozes because we, like, started in the middle of that combat because of the earthquake. And then we fought the wraith. And I think that was most of what we did.
So, Matt, I want to present something to you. There's actually no ruling for this, but I actually found it interesting after it happened to me. So, my max burn that I can take within a day, its limit is based on my con. And I had used more burn than I'm actually allowed to right now because my con dropped. Does that make sense? Like, I'm only allowed 6 burn right now, but normally I'm allowed 8, and I was up to 7 burn.
Oh, but you took con
But
damage.
I took con damage, and now my limit's 6, even though I already exceeded that number because of earlier. So obviously I can't burn myself more, but, like, I don't know. That's
the burn you have right now will not go down.
No, well, that's
You're
what I'm saying.
at the moment.
What I'm saying is that I find it interesting that I'm I'm able to burn over my limit.
If you
guess.
get your con boosted.
Yeah.
If your stat gets reduced, then yeah.
Yeah. So there's no, like, nothing happens to me, I guess. I'm just...
No, you're just overburned.
Tired, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see blue sky. They must have got the fire out. That's cool.
Fire?
I live in Southern Oregon. Around this time of year, it's fire season everywhere.
I didn't know a wildfire was going on.
Oh, I think it was like Canyon Creek or something.
You guys can keep your fire.
Yeah. I don't want to do Tom's fire ever again. Never, ever again.
Well, every August in Oregon, our skies are full of smoke. So if you want a vacation here, don't do it in August.
Well, I mean, I would say the same with October and November for SoCal.
Well, recently, yeah. But there's a lot of conspiracies tied to those fires, though. So you guys got conspiracy fires. Ours are just straight up forest fires.
Wait, conspiracy fires?
Yeah, the fires that happen in California, go look them up. You guys have tons of conspiracies tied to those. It's amazing. It's the most interesting shit.
Are we talking about the Southern California Edison lawsuit stuff, or are we talking about other things like
all of the above?
Oh, okay.
I like conspiracies, by the way, so...
I would probably like them more if it weren't for the fact my mom absolutely loves them and judges everything in my life based off of them.
Oh, well, I'm not that crazy. I just like talking about them.
Yeah, my mom's crazy, but...
Okay.
Yeah, that's life.
So...
All right, let's see.
Are we on the map? No, we're not. Okay.
Not yet.
I haven't taken us there yet.
But yeah, we were going to attempt to, like, rest inside the
right,
this little safety room.
Wait,
or whatever.
Weren't we gonna leave and then we decided not to? Then I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think I have a scroll of Dimension Door. That I could, but I'm not going to use unless I have to. But I took 15 minutes as well to, like, and an arcane pool point to prepare mass reduce person, so I could, like, shrink everybody and then dim door us out of here. But yeah, since it'd be using, like, a consumable, it's kind of like one of those, like, okay, we'll do this if we have to. And turn arcane accuracy off. I don't know why that's on. and fighting defensively. And probably I have some spell buffs on right now that I need to turn off.
Okay, then yes, let's rest. I go first because
But
I'm
yeah, there was.
useless.
I
right
don't remember
now.
the exact details, but there was like some sort of like safety room that we heard about that we like opened up on like the first floor, right?
Yeah, you guys are currently in it. It's a completely spherical room.
Right, and that was like part of the thing of that was the Hounds of Tyndalos wouldn't be able to get to. Although,
Yep.
in theory, we took care of those, so we're not really worried about that.
I also set up a magic circle against magic circle versus evil,
Nice.
surrounding the ladder, so that way things that climb up the ladder might, we don't have to worry about summons at least,
Yeah,
and we'll have a more of a tactical advantage against other creatures and such. Possibly even high ground, depending on how spherical it is and what the size is.
of course. Then again, Magic Circle against Evil only lasts like.
Not in my case.
Oh, you have a special ability for
I
it
have
lasts
a
longer.
permanent.
Gotcha. Okay. I was like, the spell only lasts like a couple hours, but all right, that's fair.
Yep. This is like the perfect use for it. Is I could just put one up, and then when I want to put up another, it'll just replace the old one. So I just can only have one up at a time.
Yeah. So it means when we get back to your apartment, there's gonna be a bunch of evil things in it. Like, yes, we finally got in.
Yeah.
Well, I did
Okay.
have a circle there, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, you guys rest, and something does happen.
Dun
Okay.
dun dun.
So, all of you experience a dream.
Including
Shit.
Gustav?
God damn it.
It's fine. This is just normal stuff. Just another day in Strange Aeons.
The question is does Gustav experience it?
That's a good question because in the past we've been experiencing some like.
Yes,
ones
you
that
have this
didn't.
dream too.
Alright.
Ooh.
Maybe it's tied to the academy or whatever. Mysterium.
Well, that's concerning.
So, at some point, all of you have this dream, and what you're seeing is you as individuals standing in a featureless plain where rocky sandstone cliffs flicker in and out of existence. You are alone aside from a singular blurry form that merges the images of an elderly Kelishite woman and a strange creature. A creature with a conical body topped with 4 rubbery appendages, like tentacles.
Ooh.
These two merge, and the merged form reaches out. But before it touches you, the dream scene vanishes, and you wake up.
Okay. So my knowledge planes is, do I think I recognize that as a particular plane that I might know about, that I'm like seeing in this dream?
No.
Okay.
I'll assume that I know nothing and don't recognize anything. But if in the case I do recognize anything, just let me know. Or could have a chance of recognizing.
I don't recognize like the Kelishite woman either, right?
No one you've ever seen before.
Alright. But she probably is a real person, I have a feeling. The tentacle thing's probably a real person too. Well, person using the term loosely.
But you all
Tentacle
awake,
people are people too, damn
and
it.
you feel rested.
Alright. Puts me at almost max hit points. And I gotta prepare some spells. I might leave a level 4 slot open again. Maybe not, though. Maybe I'll just like prepare the.
All right. Did you say we all get a full night's rest?
Yeah.
No
So
no weird insanities all of a sudden when I wake up.
Nope. You all just have that dream.
All right. Let's push this button. Kudu feels a little better, except for I'm still con drained.
We might be able to fix that now.
Holy shit. Okay, I have 6 con drains still, 2 charisma drains still, and 2 dex damage still.
I thought we would have taken care of the charisma drain, because that was from a while ago.
We took care of a different drain that I had, which was the wisdom, and then we said that we had to go back to take care of the other ones. Or something. I don't remember. You guys told me that it didn't clear it all.
Okay. Well, the con drain we'll probably try to deal with. We could probably deal with that.
So when you use a restoration, it only takes care of one. It doesn't take care of multiple?
It takes care of only one at a time.
One for drain.
Okay, that's why I still have charisma then, because we've only like restored me once.
Yeah, the damage all goes away.
I still have two scrolls I can use to get rid of it. Whatever you have. And then I could prepare a restoration as well.
We don't have time to go into the dream world, do we?
For the charisma stuff, probably not. Although we could still hard cast it here in the real world. But
yeah.
I mean, the con drain at the very least needs to go away.
Oh yeah, the charisma's not a problem. The dex damage, I guess that got healed by 1 because I just. So the dex is fine.
And
that's not a problem.
Restoration will heal that anyway. Like it'll heal all your damage.
As, that's true.
Side effect.
So Cormac will use a scroll up to cast restoration on Kudu.
Oh, thank you so much. Okay, so I got my dex back too, completely. Oh yeah! Kudu's feeling chipper and better.
Yay!
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave a level 4 slot open again. For now.
Never a bad idea.
In case I need to like do the same thing that I did. That I was, in case I need to like prepare reduce person or something. Oh yeah, and I have heroism. I can actually prepare that now. I have it as a Magus spell.
Oh shit!
Because of Magus Arcana.
Do we have a shield laying around?
A shield.
Inventory
like a buckler or something like that.
Yeah.
Somebody might. I don't. Let me check if I have one.
Didn't we pick something up like that? Because all of a sudden my armor boost is better than my actual armor. I didn't look at it before, but I just did now. I'm like, so if I carry around a shield, I can actually get a boost. I guess it depends on the shield, too. Yeah, I don't have one in my inventory.
I don't either.
Oh, well.
Cormac has a shield, I think, but I don't know if he has, like, a spare or not.
I might need to improve my armor.
Sister might have a spare, though. I don't know. He's carrying quite a bit.
It's not important. It was just a thought. I keep forgetting that I have Vambraces of defense. Not that, like, things have really been flying at me, have they? I don't know. I'll have to try to remember. Send a projectile at me so I can remember.
It's like when I got the arrow deflection gloves on Nizzo, and nobody ever shot any arrows at me the entire campaign.
Sorry, it wasn't a campaign of range.
Why? Yeah, but they were that's the silly thing is that the adventure path gave me that as like loot. Like I didn't go buy them. We just found them. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll take those. And they're like, here's some rocks. You can't use deflect arrows on them because they're too big. I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
all right. I'll just wait for the next range attacks. Like, nope, just rocks. Rocks and ray
I'm
attacks.
just checking rocks.
Yeah, rocks
Alright,
and ray
so,
attacks. Yeah.
Jane is ready to continue, and so is Sister.
Oh, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, after spending, time preparing my spells, I'm ready to go. I know Sister Maria has to prepare spells the same way. Actually, Cormac does too, because he has to do his prayers. But so it's not literally just me, but
Yeah, I got them. I have Word of Recall prepared, so you might not have to use one of your.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Dimension Door scrolls.
So you said that Sister Maria has to pray a while.
No, Sister Maria uses a spell book as well.
Oh,
it's a weird archetype.
Well, it's a weird like combination of praying, but they still use what's written down in the.
Yeah.
So do they call that archetype?
Pray well and listen.
Cormac doesn't really like pray during his morning stuff. He more like sharpens his sword, and while he's sharpening his sword, he like communes.
Yeah. I mean, it's prayer in its own way, sort of, I guess. What is Sister Maria's archetype called again? It's like the
Living Grimoire.
Living Grimoire. Yeah, that's what it was. Yep. I don't think it's a good archetype, but it's a cool archetype. So.
Well, we made it functionally better.
Made it a little bit better, yeah.
His book enhancing works a lot more like a magus.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, before we leave, I'm gonna look around this room again.
You see a perfect sphere.
Okay. Are there any like runes or etchings? No, I want to look around the room itself. Like, is there? Maybe I would have done this during my watch or like before we rested or something too. But like, are there any like? Is it just like us? Like, there's nothing else, nothing in the room at all. Just a completely empty room.
Let's see. I would imagine that there are prayers to Nethys in this.
Okay, yeah.
That are etched into the walls.
I guess there isn't really much in the way of furniture, because like most furniture, if there is, it'd be like that just is a chance for there to be an angle in the room,
Yeah, no.
Right,
it seems like this is a place where someone who is at least practiced with magic would use something like levitation.
Mm-hmm.
And meditate for a while.
All right. Scrubs don't have that as a supernatural ability like I do.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm ready to move on. We'll head back to the second floor there, and
I'll say you guys, you guys climb down into the first floor, and then we can take you back to this stairway and grate.
All right.
Yeah. Do we want to go check on the doofuses?
No, they're not worth it.
I could turn invisible and go check on them.
And you guys are here. I've also marked the statues that have had their heads.
Okay.
Yeah, because we've done like some of them.
That one.
Yeah.
That one. another one over here.
Sometimes I hate having full access to a spell list. Because I can like never decide what freaking spell I want to use.
I liked this idea that somebody had, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. But it was something about like 2/3 of the spell list or choices of your spell list was the GM. The GM would be like, I'm your god, and these are what I want you to bring. And then the other one was like, whatever the hell you want. And that kind of made sense because you are getting your spells from your god.
It could be like an option if you have someone that's like suffering too much from choice paralysis.
Yeah.
Usually just stick with the same spells, and then if the occasion calls for it, I'll find a spell that I need to prepare, but usually I just stick with the same spells.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we want, I can go. I could go use my. I have a wand of invisibility with 6 charges on it. I could use one of them just to go check on the stupid guard guys down. Make sure they haven't got themselves killed.
Maybe I could always set a watchful eye out.
Oh yeah, we could do that too, I suppose.
It'd save you the wand. Or if needed, I can also just head directly down there and go invisible myself. I just can do that. We don't need to use any uses of the wand.
I've had this wand for a long time and I've never used it. So
yeah, it's always good for emergency purposes, though. So yeah, take it what you will. What do you wish?
Yeah, I am a little curious about it, make sure they're okay. So if you don't offer to do that, I'll go down there and look.
Go for it.
Very well.
I send out the eye, and I'll put it, and I'll go ahead and just survey on the paranoid, mentally traumatized guards.
Okay.
And
you
I'll
can
just see what
navigate your little eye over there.
Okay. I look. What do I see?
You see the 6 of them. Your eye kind of like floats a little over the barrier that they've constructed.
Does it look like they actually have like food or anything of that sort?
You take a careful look, and it does seem like they do have rations, but like
they're running low.
Oh yeah, like they're mostly like eating crumbs and stuff like that, and their physical condition is worsening, but they're still looking pretty convicted at defending themselves in here, and it looks like they're talking amongst. Some of them are talking amongst themselves while others watch, but the arcane eye only gives you sight information.
Right.
You cannot hear anything.
Okay, and let's see. All right, so then what he's going to mention is
I don't think those guys are going to make it much longer. And it seems like that they are low on provisions. And in addition, I don't think they're going to trust anyone to simply just drop off food.
They're fine.
We'll have to finish our business here as quick as we can.
Any of you have create water?
Yes.
Nope. I guess Kudu does, yeah.
Did I see any kind of barrels or anything of that sort that would have been like a water reserve or supply?
No. Nope, it's a library. There's just bookshelves and books, and then like their own water skins and boxes or bags of rations.
Makes me wonder.
Now,
but they're like squeezing the water skin.
Can you fill a water skin with create water without having to? I don't know. Do I think it would be possible for crate water to actually work to fill up water skins?
Yeah, of course. You'd have more than what's needed for the water skin, but you can fill it up.
Okay.
You could easily fill it up. You fill up like a few, depending on how powerful you are, because it's like 2 gallons per level.
And let's see, because Gustav actually is concerned, so he's gonna want to at least try to find means to keep them alive.
What, they look like they're starving?
Yeah, it looks like they're living off crumbs right now.
Oh.
Yeah. So. All right. So then, Gustav goes and says,
What I'm going to suggest here is if someone could fill up their water skins and drop off these sets of rations.
and he has 5 sets of rations available that he's willing to basically provide over. And but he goes and says,
They won't be very welcome to it unless we'll have to make sure they don't know that we're the ones that did it.
Well, you can use a... Well, okay. We have invisibility options, right? And so we can sneak a bucket of water over to them. Just a floating bucket shows up. Whatever. They're not
Well,
going
if you were to do something like put it in your bags, then it would easily be concealable.
I mean, you could just hold it and then turn invisible.
Oh, that's true.
While
Anything in your possession is invisible, technically.
Yeah,
that's
and then you just go set it down and a bucket of water appears.
And run!
Yeah.
pretty much.
I mean, they're so paranoid, though, that they'll probably be like, it's poison. We can't drink it. And they'll just dump it on the ground.
Gustav pulls out a piece of parchment and ink and an ink pen, and he starts writing out
is not
a note for them.
Okay.
This is not poison. Yeah.
He writes down a note saying,
you are on your last reserves for food until the rescue happens. Use these supplies as you need to survive. Sincerely, Sir Gustav Aretus III.
And so he basically rolls up the parchment for a moment. Actually, well, he'll set down the parchment while as the ink's trying to dry first. Okay. Then he's going to pull out a pot that he has in his inventory, and he says,
we can always use this to fill up some water, and the remainder, I'd say fill up each of their skins. We'll supply them with the rations that I have. If you have any that you wish to supply, by all means. It's 1 day's rations, and
there's 5 or 6 people there?
You remember 6 of them.
6 of them. I only have 5. So he just says, I
only have a few to spare, but it's better than nothing.
And he just gathers the supplies and then says, looks over to Kudu and says,
if I make you invisible for the time being, would you be able to drop it off?
Okay.
And just, if you can, fill the water skins and fill the pot. And that should help them survive a little bit longer. They may take it, they may not. But they're casters.
Wait, what water skins?
They have water skins on their person.
So you want me to go in there invisible and fill their stuff?
I mean, that might be dangerous.
Yeah.
That is what I have.
If you have an opportunity to.
That's why I asked if you have the ability to do so. That's also why I'm providing a pot.
You could just put it in the pot.
I can just summon a water elemental and have it do it.
They may take that as a hostility.
Yeah, but you can make it invisible.
Whatever you feel will be safe.
Wait, can water elementals create water?
Makes you wonder.
Oh. I can also just have Drench do that. Because if Drench dies, it's not that big of a problem. I mean, it kind of sucks, but it's not like a wizard losing their familiar. It's a little different.
Understandable. I do have. Oh, that's right. I still actually have a week worth of food and water that I did get for the ship trip.
Ooh, my
Because I did buy a little bit more than what was needed. And since I have about a week's worth, I should be able to provide that.
Yeah. They have Drench, so they can produce water that way.
What they're going to go ahead and do is I'll go ahead and provide the supplies of the food and water I have. I'll just go and drop it off. Do not worry about me. I'll just take care of this in a moment.
He then is going to just go ahead and head down with the food and water all gathered and everything, and he's going to essentially set that down. I forgot he actually still had a week's left, so
okay,
that works.
So
he's
you start to move down to them.
Invisible. What I had.
Good plan. Invisible.
Move around their barrier, and yeah, some of them are watching, some of them are talking with you. You see one of them, like at this wall, and he's taking a something very small that's not a pick, but he's using it like a pick, and he's like slowly chipping away at the wall, and the progress he's making is small, minimal. But yeah, he's like this very insistent like scraping and chiseling, and he's muttering to one of the other nearby guards. You hear while you're dropping it off, he says, I know he's got more supplies in there. You think that crazy man? And he says, the other one says back to him, yeah, but he came with that Lowell's man. He won't give anything up. Man's dangerous already. The other one says, yeah, but if we're gonna need more food, we're gonna need it soon. I think we should just go and take it from him.
He's looking to see if he can figure out who they're talking about.
You're not sure. But you do drop off the food. You put it somewhere like in a corner here where they're not looking.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Actually, let me check and see if I can do that. If I were to do ritual cognition for a minute, would I be able to figure out what essentially might have gone on around this area? I mean, this is basically, I can at least pick up those psychic impressions from past events that occurred in the location. So I can at least try to discern if there was anything that happened recently, up to, what is it, 11 hours back, I think?
Let's see.
Though I had to focus for the whole time. It looks like.
It would take a while. It'll take until 13 to like get a lot longer information.
Gustav then drops off the supplies. And he is going to then throw a suggestion on one of the guys there, like potentially one of the ones that actually is kind of, I guess, suspicious. So you said one of the ones by the wall was kind of suspicious, right? Number 6?
Suspicious as in like when I was talking about what they're doing, or looking out?
Like it seems like they were acting a little bit on the paranoid side.
Oh yeah.
So he's going to go ahead and throw a suggestion as he's leaving this area.
Okay.
Basically saying
there's food and water and just in this room. Share it with everyone here. Make sure you are staying alive.
Okay.
And they can make a will save since they are probably potentially could see me as a hostile creature.
Well, you do have greater invisibility, don't you?
It is treated like greater invisibility. Yeah, I have the greater invisibility active.
Yeah, so there should be no problem. You'll just stay invisible. But yeah, you do that, and the guy you cast it on
saves.
Looks around, and he mutters aloud. I think there's food in here somewhere. Help me find it. And the other ones, like one of the other ones, like kind of look around again, and yeah, like they do surprised find that little cache you left for them, and they're all wondering like how it got there and what's going on.
There is that note I just wrote, so it is with it.
I mean, they find the note and they'll probably read it, but that'll give them more like minutes or maybe even an hour of deliberating if they should trust them.
Well, the suggestion should basically kind of give them the.
Well, that guy is like trying to share it with people. He's like, I think we should eat it, guys, and everyone else is like kind of questioning him.
Yeah, and
but so long as he eats it and he doesn't drop dead, the other ones should come around.
Exactly. That's kind of the thought I had. Otherwise, that was the concern I was going to have if I didn't put up that suggestion. So anyway, so I head on back, regroup with everyone. I go and say,
they'll be fine for a little while. I think we're good.
And he then says,
let's move out and let's make sure all these statues are handled.
I don't remember if we saved one or not.
There's one that hasn't had its head turned.
Okay. So we get to that.
I've marked the other one.
So we then turn the remaining one.
Or was there another one? I don't remember. Might just be that one. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
As he's turning it, Cormac casts Freedom Movement on himself.
Okay. So the last 110 minutes starting now.
Yep.
I'll be right back. I'm getting some water.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you're in this section, and I don't think anyone's been in here except for Gustav when he kind of went this way during one of the. So I'll read it again. This section of the library contains shelf upon shelf of books and manuscripts with their titles pertaining to evocation-focused spellcasting. The works go into philosophical detail on the manifestation and manipulation of magical energy. And it looks like one entire shelf holds tomes devoted to the subject of using magic as part of large-scale warfare.
Cormac's like, reading. I know war.
Yep. So I'm guessing Fingram is the one who's probably gonna turn the head here.
Sure.
Okay. You do so.
Alright, I'm back. Okie dokie.
I'll have my short sword out when I do it, in case
turn the
something
head.
happens.
Nothing seems to happen. You do anything else in this room?
So I don't hear anything when I turn it. I can't remember. Was there something else we're supposed to do?
You were told to turn all of the heads on a floor, and this one did turn. It makes the usual like little metal sound as it does so.
Let's head over to where the vault is, and then we should be able to boil on the tongue, as they said.
All right.
So yeah, we'll head over to where the vault is at.
Okay. So no one's gonna check the room, right?
Down south?
Oh no, this room. I guess we
This
haven't
one.
really done like an actual search on this room.
I suppose not.
Yeah. I guess
I'll do
I'll
that.
that's a good point. I'll look through it before we leave. I mean, those books don't really sound that. I don't know. Maybe there's something interesting in there about magical warfare stuff.
So there's a set of doors down here that have not been checked.
That's also true.
Gustav points this out and says,
Before we head down further, should we take a look through here?
If you want, I'm looking through these books right now.
Let me know if you find anything of interest. I always like a good book to read.
Gustav is going to check this set of door for traps.
Okay.
So
Books look, frankly, very dry.
They do, but let's see.
But now that Kudu and Drench are here, they look less
Kudu
dry.
and Drench. Give me perception.
Yeah. Less dry. Well,
They're
no, I'm not
so
burnt.
dry anymore.
I haven't burnt myself yet today, so actually there is no moisture in the air right now, other than Drench.
Oh,
Drench
okay,
is
that's
probably grumpy right now.
In the section of the books where it's talking about the magical warfare, you both find a spear that is emblazoned with runes and glyphs.
Well, that looks cool.
It's a golden tipped spear.
And it detects his magic, I'm assuming?
If you cast detect magic, yes, it detects his magic.
I'm not gonna lie, gold's not the best material for a weapon.
It's not.
Normally it's not, but
if you
maybe
want to know what's worse, platinum.
Yeah, but maybe it's
Why, is platinum
magically
soft?
hardened.
Platinum is softer than gold, but denser.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's heavier, but
so it melts.
It's heavier. Yeah, so silver is better than gold in.
You can actually use silver, in weaponry.
Yeah, but typically you want to line it with silver, not make it of silver.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, soft metals is still soft metal. You still want to use harder metals like, iron or alloys like steel.
Yeah. So decoration weapon?
That's what I'm thinking. Unless it's I don't know, unless it's mixed with gold or has a gold appearance.
Oh, Is 34 good enough spellcraft to identify it?
Yes, it is. You take a look at the spear, and you note that, yes, it has been enchanted twice.
Okay.
And it has a certain little inscription here that I believe Fingrim
That I could read?
calligraphied, yeah, onto the
I have a lot of languages, so.
It says, if aim fails thee, rely on magic.
Huh,
And
okay.
the spear is enchanted as a +1 returning spear, short.
Huh.
Plus
It's pretty
one
neat.
returning short spear.
Yeah, it's a good utility item.
It's better than the dagger I have. Does anybody want a returning dagger? And I can.
Sure.
Gus has
grab
no
that.
magical items other than. And actually, no, he has a +1 sword cane.
Would you use it? Like, whoever would more likely use it should probably take it. Other than that.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna hold on to it.
Yeah, I can see what my. If I actually would be effectively. I got decent. Well.
Granted,
I'm lacking in strength, but at least I have a decent dex.
That's just a +1 returning short spear, nothing else?
Yep.
Short spear.
Yeah, it
has a gold arrowhead. Well, it has a gold tip and a neat little inscription.
Yeah, but it doesn't actually. It'd be cool if it had that, and then, like, once a day you can cast True Strike. That'd be pretty neat.
Yeah,
but no,
I would probably use.
So the golden tip
weapon.
doesn't do anything though.
It's for flavor, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, considering that once a magical weapon or once a weapon is enchanted with magical, its durability
it gets way tougher.
Yeah, so
the gold
is
head
no longer an issue anymore.
Yeah, the gold head is mostly the material component for it being masterwork.
Okay. It was to add the value to it.
Yep.
Okay, well, yeah, if nobody's gonna use it, I'll grab it because it's gonna do more damage than the dagger is. And then if anybody wants to hold on to a returning dagger, I have that.
I'm not sure if Gustav is aware of all this since he's down at the doors down below, so he's not going to be able to give his input.
As you check the doors, you don't think that there's anything suspicious about them, and they don't appear to be locked, but when you try and open them, they won't. It feels like there's something...
No, wait.
There's something preventing you from opening these.
Interesting. What if it's barred on the other side?
I guess I'll take the returning dagger. Like, gives me a ranged option.
Okay.
So Gustav heads he'll head on back, and he says,
"Well, the doors below, they don't seem trapped, but they won't open. Looks like they may be barred. Either that or they're magically locked. Can't really tell, to be honest."
Jane tries to take a look, and her perception isn't anywhere near like matching yours, but yeah, she says, yeah, something might be on the other side, blocking it or barricading it.
Based off the trajectory, yeah. I have a feeling this leads to an area where close to where the soldiers are. I don't know if they're able to get in there, but they probably have this area barred, blocked, barricaded, something of that sort, just to prevent anything from getting in that they don't want in.
Kudu's gonna examine the door.
Okay. I mean, out of character, we have a hint about what's over there.
Yeah. But I'm listening in and checking for trap.
Ingram wouldn't know that, but out of character, I
remember. Kudu, you're sure that these have been barricaded from the other side with these doors trying to push. Okay. And it just feels like, yeah, there's some kind of weight that is giving you great trouble. It would take breaking these doors or a large amount of strength to get through here.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at Kudu.
Nice spear.
Oh, thank you.
And he just
there's also something else, I guess, about these doors that I forgot to read. These doors bear deep gouges and smears of ichor, where it seemed like something like those oozy proto-shoggoths might have been trying to get it.
Do they not have
Gustav's going to
compression?
analyze it and just see if he can identify anything off of that. So, is there anything that he can determine off of that besides what was just mentioned?
We're using what?
I guess perception or to really investigate the details and such, or any kind of knowledges, if in the case those may apply. If not, then that's fine too.
I don't think there's any information I can give you just off of perception.
Okay.
Any other extraordinary senses or spells might yield more information. But what you guys do know is that these are big, heavy doors that have been blocked by something on the other side. And it definitely looks like some of those monsters were trying to.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you guys want past these doors, I can get you past them, but they're gonna get destroyed, and it's gonna be loud.
I'd rather we don't take care of that. I think that actually is their only means of safety on the other side. At the moment, let's leave it. Let's let sleeping dogs lie.
Wait,
Fingrim, you can dimension door past them and then come back if it's bad.
But the items we need to fight the boss is in that room.
I mean, if this is a Zelda game, maybe.
So wait, hold on. Do we know that door leads to where those guards are at? I didn't remember there being a door on the other. We looked into that room they were in, and I don't remember there being a door over there.
They were scratching at the wall. Well, I guess we don't know that because we weren't there, but they were like scratching at the wall trying to break through while talking about their leader fellow. So we're guessing the leader fellow's in this room.
Isn't that the guy we're supposed to look for?
Yeah.
Gustav is going to try something interesting.
Okay.
He's going to put on the goggles that allow him to see secret doors.
Or this might be food storage.
And he is going to activate the arcane eye ability.
Okay.
His mind eye, and he is and since it transfers senses, I'm going to see if I can actually see anything from the perspective of where the guards are at, since they don't.
So it's going to travel all the way around.
The eye's still there; it hasn't moved, and the duration's still going. So, so basically, I could literally just switch to it back and forth at will.
Right.
So, so I switch back over to it after putting on the goggles, so I can see if that transfers.
Okay, you do that, and you're looking through your eye, and it doesn't seem like there's any magical detection of any kind of secret doors, entrances, or open.
He takes off the glasses at that point once he switches back to his own vision and says,
"Since the walls are barricaded, and like I said, I'd rather just leave these be for the time being. We don't need to make these. I don't know. I'm just concerned that this could be more trouble than it's worth."
Didn't Tyr want us to find someone though, or was it? Or Lythine wanted us to find Tyr? Was that what it was? The other way around?
Tia wanted us to go ahead and find
Lythine. Okay, so yeah, I had it right the first time.
But I don't think that he would be in past these doors. Instead, I think that Lythine is actually down the vault. Probably heading down to where the soul is. If anything.
Then what's behind these doors? Because they're barricaded
But
from the other
indeed.
side.
Well, I mean, if you have a means to get in without actually being seen,
It could be another short little 10x10 hallway with another thing of doors.
I can only destroy the door. That's all I can bring to this table.
I mean, I might be able to just bust it open.
Yeah.
Well, your approaches are certainly going to be different than what I'm going to probably suggest. So I would. So my thoughts are, if you're going to be knocking down the door, I'll keep my distance.
Do we want to though?
Cormac
Sorry, the question.
Cormac would take kudu. Let's do it.
All right, how do we want to do this?
Well, the question is do you want this door to still exist? Because if so, you don't want me doing this.
Because my option is to just break it down with my beard. I can use it to, and I can use my beard to use it as a strength check at a +6. So, I don't know if that's going to be good enough. Like, even if I take 20.
You guys can try a strength check first before we try to just damage it down. That's what I'm going to use. I'm just going to damage it down.
I mean, yeah, we could just do like a single strength check just to see if we get lucky.
Cormac uses a spell and he casts Bull Strength on himself.
Alright.
Yeah. So you're trying to break him down.
Just push him open. Strength opener.
It's going to be hard,
give me a
but they're going to
strength.
try. Okay, let me assist.
I don't know if there's enough room for us all to assist.
Drench, he's small. He can help.
What is your strength bonus actually on Cormac?
It'd be a 5 mod.
Okay. My +6 theoretically be better if I use my beard.
So I'll have you be the main.
And actually, I guess I could do it. If I'm doing that, I could do it with you guys because I have a 10-foot reach with that. So I could do it from like behind you guys. As silly as it sounds. So yeah, we'll give it a shot.
Your beard magically moves in and pushes.
Yeah. I didn't roll that good, but...
A 21, let's see. A helping 21 and a helping 6. You try and break through the doors, but that is still not enough strength to do it. These big, heavy, reinforced doors are already tough enough on their own. But yeah, there's something heavy behind them. What are they made of?
Say goodbye to these doors?
They look like they're wood, but they're also reinforced with like iron.
Okay, here's a question. Does Gustav think that object possession can apply to doors?
I mean, that's his call, but I would say no. Because you're not possessing the door unless you have the door off the hinges and carrying it, technically, I guess.
Yeah. If we're willing to spend several minutes on it, we could just take 20 on the strength check as well. Which, like I said, might not work if our maximum score just isn't able to get us in. That's an option too.
I mean, like... I actually don't see why you couldn't possess a door. You'd still be on the hinges, and depending on like how it's been barricaded, you still might have difficulty moving it.
Yeah, you might have to make a strength check using the fucking door, the animated doors.
But that's also gonna reveal
But it is a large object.
reveal us to what's
yeah,
on the
so
other
it's
side.
probably got a good strength check to break its own barricade, potentially, like, easily.
In theory. So, I mean, the idea is there, but... And Gustav will mention...
I wonder if those doors can be possessed into.
Hug the
He
door
looks
and find out.
he looks
let
at
us-
everyone for a reaction.
Let us know if you're gonna do that, because this door is about to have a very bad day.
Yeah, Kudu doesn't know much about magic, but she agrees it's gonna have a very bad day.
Maybe I should just sit back here and I'll just relax.
Yeah, I'm actually for Kudu just blasting it.
Alright.
And he just steps over to the stairs, and he's just gonna sit on a stair.
Alright. I've been itching
Before
to burn
you,
myself.
while you're doing that, I'm going to cast heroism on myself, because if there's anything behind that door that like wants to fight us, it's gonna know we're here, obviously.
I'm gonna put the spear away.
So you can like gather power.
Okay.
Yeah. And just because it is possible that I miss the door. Well, that was me, not Drench, but okay.
So are we strengthening them, or are we just trying to
No,
destroy
no.
them?
That was
We're
a
blasting it.
range attack DC 5 to hit my target. That's all that was.
Okay, you hit. Roll me your damage.
Alright, so I'm boosted, and I'm doing a telekinetic blast, so I'm throwing objects at it. And it's loud.
It's like, "Brrr!"
As the door looks like it's about to break, Cormac will cast a spell, a couple spells to defense up. He'll wait for the moment before it's gonna break.
Yeah, I might have to do it again.
You'll probably have to do it a few times,
Yeah.
maybe several times.
All right.
Because
you bam, the water crashes, or not the water, the telekinetic stuff. All this force crashes into the door, and you see it splinter and start to give way. It's not destroyed yet, but you think another blast like that would.
so maybe Cormac should cast his defensive buff that he was thinking of doing.
Yeah. He's casting Iron Skin and Shield of Faith.
Okay. I decide to burn myself this time around to amp up the damage, and I'll roll to hit it. I could miss on a 1, technically. And
Gus will
Go ahead.
Gus will go ahead and walk around and look at some books.
And then
Okay.
another blast.
Ooh, this was good. Something on cooking.
All
It's
right.
a little loud. How can you think?
Focus minds.
Fascinating.
Alright. I guess we're done with people's shit in this building now.
Yeah. It's like the librarian training in me abhors this noise. But fortunately, I am not a librarian.
I'm just imagining Gustav reading a book and
Yeah.
I'm reading.
Hopefully you're not too far away. Because that door
I
might
am-
open.
I am all the way over where the slimes were at.
Okay, well. I'll send Drench if
I
have
walked.
to.
I walked well enough away. I'll send my Arcana over to where the door is at. He'll switch over, check progress.
Okay. All right. Well, that one's gonna do it. You
Uh-oh.
destroy it. The doors crash open. You break through the doors, and there's also the splinters of this like large tape that was shoved up against it to help barricade it.
Someone has probably yelled
And
out,
this
"My
is what you
spleen!"
see. Let's see, where is it? Here we go. All right. So this room is in disarray. An alchemist's lab is set up on one of the tables, and a few of the shelves have been cleared of books. But throughout the room, a chaotic swirl of yellow hues has been painted, daubed, and scratched into the walls, on the spines of books, and across the floor.
Switching over to the other vision, he's just like,
Oh. I guess they opened it.
Yep, and you see something. You
he
see
slowly starts
someone.
walking back.
Maybe I don't.
Someone's.
Maybe I don't move forward in that case.
He's not even moving the full 30. He's just kind of slow, just slowly walking.
Oh! Hey!
Oh, hey! It's the It's not Moon Junior. It's actual Moon, and then A Moon Junior.
Yeah.
And as the doors break down, you see this trembling man, but with a club in his hand, and he throws it at Cormac, yelling,
"Oh, no.
Everything in this goddamned place is out to get me!
Big Herb will sigh, and he said, "I can't say that I blame them."
Cormac does a... Does an 18 hit your flat-footed AC?
I bet it doesn't.
No, not even close.
Yep. Okay. So the club misses you as it's thrown, but it returns back to his hand. And I need everyone to roll initiatives.
This game and returning weapons, eh?
Yeah, you could show him that you can do that trick too.
We can bond
And
with our dagger and spear.
Return of the rune weapons.
Oh man. I actually, there's actually a pretty decent Magus Arcana that you can use for throwing weapons, where you can apply like the returning or throwing properties with your arcane pool, and also if you hit somebody with a thrown weapon, you gain 1 arcane pool point back up to your, and you can only do it up to your int modifier. But yeah, you can just be like, I'm out of arcane pool. I'll just throw my dagger at people. That'll fix it. Yeah, I got a bone to pick with this guy, so I'm glad we came here.
We don't want to kill him, though.
I mean, I'd be okay with it. We got a much nicer Moon back that took his place, so...
I mean, unless you guys speak with dead, like... I don't know. Which I guess we have a cleric, so we do. So sure, kill him. We'll talk to him later.
Exactly, now you're thinking.
I'm so glad there's no paladin.
Speak with dead is only when... Is it only when they want to?
Yeah,
they don't want to, they get a save.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, and they're a little cryptic. A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so you might not necessarily...
You can say if you want to.
Yeah, you may not necessarily get, like, good information.
You could leave your dead behind.
Just put a zone of truth down, and then speak with the dead. Double whammy.
Yeah, then they just tell you truthful
nonsense.
I think there's already like a save built in where like they try to lie to you.
Gotcha.
Just for Speak with Dead already has that built in, where they can't. It makes it harder for them to lie to you.
Wait a minute.
I think it's been a couple of weeks.
I completely forgot as a player that they were in a room that was barricaded, and I completely forgot about that.
I remembered. I just didn't want to like go out of character and force it.
That's fair.
I was like, I know that we had I know we had like a divination of this guy being barricaded in a room, but I just didn't want to bring it up. I figured we'd get to the point where we just break down the shit. So,
well, you know what? I'm just gonna
okay.
leave it as a blonde moment for Gustav, even though he's not blonde.
The thing I was thinking is like I was like,
blonde by proxy.
You're worried about the guards, but I'm like, well, like it's not going to affect them because this isn't even connected to. But yeah, I figured they were trying to get over here to like get this guy's rations.
Okay. So it looks like it's this guy first.
Dang. How did I go before everyone else?
I rolled a 1 despite my glorious initiative.
He is going to pull out one of his bottles and he drinks.
Our whole party's initiative bonuses are pretty trash.
And he starts to become heavily displaced. So you're seeing figments of him in like different places at.
That's 20% chance.
And
that's 50%.
He yells
50, okay.
To him beside Aki, get them!
Aki, he gave him a name.
And this one is going to step forward. It says nothing, but it steps forward, and it's going to attack.
This one's probably a construct, like Moon Jr.
Yeah.
It lurches forward, and it. This one, like, when it attacks you, Cormac, its hands have like claws on it, and it opens its mouth, and like there's fangs. So it's gonna try and go for a bite. It's gonna try and bite you.
Oof.
Makes me wonder if we got some alchemist levels.
Does a 31 hit you?
No, it does not.
It tries to bite and it misses.
I'm full AC'd out. I have my shield and mace.
Fingerman, it's your turn.
Yeah, and you cast some defensive buffs as we were breaking the door down.
Yeah.
So let's see. I can get up to this guy if I want. I could use the returning dagger.
Yeah.
For funsies. No, I probably won't do that though.
Doesn't do much damage.
It really doesn't do that much damage for me, but I don't think I'll use it that often. But it'll be all right when I do. I'm going to use a swift action to enhance Red Destiny with the. No, actually, I'll wait. I'll wait to do that. There's no reason to do that. I'm not going to attack this turn. I'm going to use my swift action instead to activate Crane Style.
You should carry like a silver sheen with you or something for the dagger.
Oh, well, I can still enhance it.
Oh, you can. Okay, yeah.
And then I'm gonna cast. I think I'm gonna cast a shield spell on myself. And then, do I want to move or do I want to? Sorry, I take that back. I'm not gonna cast shield. I'm gonna cast haste on the whole party.
Ooh, nice.
And then once I have the haste up, I think I'm just going to stay where I'm at. I'm going to cast it and do it as a spell combat so I can have the fighting defensively bonus. And that'll be.
That's your turn?
Yeah, I cast haste on the party and do it as a spell combat. I don't really have a place I can 5-foot step, and there's not really any good places for me to move to.
All right, Cormac, it's your turn.
Cormac's gonna swift channel into his weapon, swift channel force into his weapon, and he's gonna attack this guy.
Music.
With power attack as well. So, first two are gonna be his normal attacks. So the second one's 5 down. And then the third one's the haste attack. So the second one, the 30 is 5 down.
So it's a 31, a 25, and a 16.
Yep.
Okay. Then the first two will.
All right.
20 and 18.
That's. He'll actually 5 foot into the room as well.
Okay. Looks hurt.
And that's
Gus.
his turn.
Oh, wait, no, he doesn't have the other guy has displacement, right? Okay, never mind.
Gus, it's your turn.
Oh. Yeah, so he'll move over to the square I just moved him to and activate distortion.
Okay.
And that's his turn.
All right, you do that. Kudu.
Sure, let's destroy the contract. It's not Moon's Jr. You're right. I agree. Sure, let's just obliterate him, provided that I hit. I'm going to go ahead and burn myself to boost myself so that I get my elemental overflow. So I am now overflowing with water. And it is quite wet in here.
Drench is happier.
Yes, Drench is happier.
Welcome back.
Alright, so my numbers all changed. I'm going to... It's a construct. I'm going to... telekinetic blast it. I'm going to use all the things that I threw out the door at it now. This is against its AC. Oof.
Oh, that's not a high enough roll. That one's gonna miss.
Dang. Drench is gonna wait.
You gonna wait?
Yeah, he's gonna total defense. Drench will total defense.
Okay. Sister Maria is going to move in, and he's going to bane his book against constructs because he assumes that this is one of them constructs.
We'll find out when he curses or not.
That'll hit. He does some damage. And Jane. She pulls her gun out and loads it, but she doesn't shoot it. She's gonna stay back here for this guy. He's going to move over here. And welcome back, whoever that was. With a wand he's got in his other hand, he's going to use it on this. And he yells, "Stay back, you monsters!"
So since he's using a wand to cast a spell, can we tell what the spell is?
Sure, you can still craft it. You guys know that with the wand, he is casting Make Whole.
Oh, okay. That's basically healing it.
Fixing it, yeah.
Yep. It gets healed for some HP. That's his turn, and then this thing is going to attack.
That suggests it's weak, or he's weak and he needs it.
It's gonna try and attack Sister Maria since he's got hit. Let's see. Sister Maria's AC is. Nope. The first attack, the bite misses. It's gonna try and claw him, and that misses. And then another claw, and that is a 29 versus 25. So the claw hits and does some damage.
Oof.
He takes 14 points of damage. And Sister Maria needs to make a fortitude save.
Ooh.
I knew you were trying to write Sister Maria out of this campaign. I didn't know what sort of...
I'm trying.
Sister Maria, no! Why didn't you cast heroism?
Okay. Ouch. Sister Maria takes 6 points of strength damage.
Ooh.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah. Nothing I can do about that. Oh.
As he feels this poison injected into him from this thing's claw. He yells, "Poison!" Finger him.
All right, I'll say to Macnian Moon, I'll say, I've seen the dealings that you've had with monsters back in Castamere. Did you really not think that the monsters would someday come for you?
Ooh.
And I'm gonna move up, and I'm going to cast a spell defensively. I think. Let me double check here. Actually, do I want to do that because I don't get quite as good a bonuses because I'm not using spell combat for the defensive casting, so it might be something I want to be careful about. My concentration check is plus 17, and the DC for this will be 21, so it's not a gimme. I think I'm gonna try it anyway, though. I'm gonna try it. Okay, I cast Storm Step, and I'm going to Storm Step over this way, going through him and his little construct. So it'll be a DC 19 reflex save for the electricity damage. And it'll be 5d8.
Oh, sorry, how about that? How are you moving through here?
Storm Step.
Okay.
I move up and then I cast Storm Step to go through him like
through
that.
them?
Yep.
Okay. Give me a caster level check for spell resistance.
Okay. Let's see. Caster level versus SR is plus 13. That's not probably going to do any damage to him.
Okay.
Teleport still
it
happens.
looks like the spell. Yeah, the spell. It has no effect on the lookalike
construct.
him, but it doesn't seem like Mun has any kind of spell resistance. So what's the save?
It's a DC 19 reflex save.
Okay, he succeeds.
Okay, so he takes half of the 18 instead then, unless he has like evasion
18.
or something.
Okay. So 9 points of electricity.
Yeah, and let's see.
Okay, it looks like he takes it.
And I use a swift action to enhance my sword with keen and an additional +2 bonus.
Okay. And next it's Cormac.
Cormac's gonna 5 foot. Right there, he's gonna cast a spell at the real one. He's gonna cast a Bone Shatter. So he's like, give me a Fortitude save.
Fortitude, okay.
Yeah.
He gets a 15.
He fails, so he takes 11d6 points of damage, and he's also exhausted for 1 minute.
That's pretty massive debuff.
Roll the damage. Let's see. It's 1d6 points of caster level. Cormac, roll me a percentage. $45, okay.
That was the
okay,
damage.
He takes... Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, he takes the damage. And he's... You said... Fatigued?
Exhausted.
Or no, he's exhausted.
Okay.
Okay.
Exhausted for 11 minutes.
Yeah, 11 minutes. Forever, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Is that your turn?
Exhausted's like the -6 to strength and dex, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Gus, it's your turn.
He might not care too much about it, but because he's probably gonna like. Well, if he's like gonna try to throw bombs or something, he's gonna be worse at that.
4. Well, what it is his skeleton basically just shattered.
Oh yeah. If you use like a creature that actually is just a skeleton, like that's all they are, they take even more damage, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Hops over here and says,
"Hey guys, I found a great book on cooking."
and he goes, "Oh, I think we're preoccupied. Damn, I was gonna enjoy this recipe. Very well." He cracks his knuckles and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10. Let me check something on how far I can do this. All right. Oh, it's gonna be like the spell. So let's see. Just checking on this on this here. So it's just taking a moment. Country Ranger range. Range operates as spell. Spell range here. Plus 5 every 2 levels. So it's going to be 50, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. All right. So then he's going to go ahead and pull out. He's going to go ahead and pull out the hat he has, and then kind of just kind of twirl it before putting it on, and then and then snaps his fingers, and then a couple of Hound Archons are going to appear. And so let's see. Hound Archon. That was what? Gotta remember all this stuff again. So it's 1d4 plus 1. Plus 1. All right. 4. Okay. So 4 are going to appear in a line. Because it's going to be here, 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 and here.
Careful not to like completely block Kudu from being able to do anything with these things.
Yeah,
I think a line like that will be fine. Probably the Sister Maria moves out of the way or something.
Yeah, well, it's as far as he can cast at his for his range, so that's part of the reason.
Oh, did you move the map from underneath us?
But they also get to act on their turn, so they all can move.
Yeah, they can all spread out and move around.
Indeed, they can. And
could you place them where you wanted them?
All right, so initially they're gonna be Initially they're gonna be in these sections here. So then let's see. One is going to run past the clone. And
provoke.
Yep, that'll provoke.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Oh, these things have really good, like.
Let's see. It rolls a natural 20, and then the threat is.
It's got a crit at
24, which does crit it.
I mean, it's better if it crits a summon than like, Cormac or something.
Right.
See, 12 plus 14 is 26.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then this Hound Archon takes 26 points of damage, minus the 10 DR.
So let's see.
That should be
that, and then
16.
So 16 points of damage.
16
okay.
points of damage.
All right.
And
still up.
Are they immune to poison?
They are. They get a +4 on the save, so it's gonna be So Fortitude is gonna be at a +10.
Okay, go ahead and make it a Fortitude save.
Let's see. 20 plus 10. That should, in theory, work. There we go.
Okay. It's okay. It's fine.
All right. So it moves to that location, places aid on Fingram.
Oh, that's good.
Then another one is going to come in. So yeah, you're going to have that nice little. You'll have a +1 on attack rolls and saves versus fear, and you'll get temporary hit points.
D8 +5 or what?
It's going to be.
I'll go ahead and roll that for me. Just tell me what the number is.
Yeah, just gotta check really quick here on what they're they cast at.
I got a max roll.
You got a max roll on the 8? Okay, so +6. So they're cast level 6.
I got 14 temporary hit points unless it caps at 5. Or something like that.
I don't see why it would. It should be
Well, a lot of times like for example, Shocking Grass has caps at 5 dice.
Oh, okay. Oh, you meant that.
Level.
Okay. So yeah, no, it's caps at 10 for that one.
All right, cool. So
yeah, so you're good. You're good. So that's that one. He does his deal. Another one's going to run in, and okay? Now my Archons don't have sight right now. On the map. So am I seeing? I'm seeing a mini here. Is that Cormac over there?
Yeah, it's Cormac.
Yeah, Cormac's on the right.
All right. Is there any other obstacles that the thing's going to be needing to be aware of?
No, there's just moon and a moon construct.
Okay, so
Is that a table
he.
in the middle?
Yeah, but you're fine on that.
Yeah, there's some
Okay.
tables.
There's like a table here and there's one here, but you're fine.
He's the Archon is going to move here, aid on Cormac.
Okay, roll a temporary HP.
So 9.
D8 plus 6.
And then you
Okay,
effectively
gets
get
9.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
a morale bonus on well, it's a morale bonus though.
Yeah.
So that part I don't get. Actually, I have heroism, so I just get the temporary hit points. Really,
Yeah.
still good though.
This one is going to
If Moon
trying to
doesn't
think of
just
how I want to do this.
like cower or something, he might try to do something to damage me.
Okay. One of the Archons is going to put aid on Kudu.
Okay, roll the temporary HP.
Okay. Oh, you want me to roll that?
Your call. I mean, I could do it too.
Okay, I'll go ahead and roll.
The D8 plus 6. Okay. And then the other one is going to move over here and then place an aid on, Captain Dr. Sis Maria.
Okay.
Champion of Arvington.
Oh shit, they fixed that health bar thing where if your number exceeds your max, it doesn't
Yeah, it adds a...
Yeah.
Make a
Make the
gigantic
bar
bar.
Yeah,
It puts a little
gigantic
plus
bar.
there instead.
Yeah, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
Good.
The only
So,
reason
yeah.
why I didn't do it as health is because I actually have damage
he
and
gets
I wanted to.
temp
The temporary
HP.
hit point expires. I don't want to forget which one was our temp and which were not.
Okay.
So that's that. And since this one did not have to move to do so, it's going to prepare to get in position and is going to move over to here.
Okay.
So that way it's ready to go.
Kudu, it's your turn.
Okay. I'll shoot past Sister again.
-4.
Yeah.
You could also just Sister goes right after you. You could just yell at Sister Maria to move out of your way.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'll do that. I'll tell Sister, step aside. I'm gonna blast him.
Okay. Then
Yeah.
Sister Maria is gonna full round.
And then theoretically, Sister Maria might just take this thing out, and then I guess you could not blast him. Go blast Moon instead. He's gonna be a little bit harder to hit because he's got displacement. Although I'm not actually that concerned about his displacement.
Yeah, it's... Let's see. 1, 2, 3 attacks.
Be the first time that I get to use.
There's 1 miss, 1 hit, and a second hit.
If we had a full BAB class in this party, they could have 4 attacks with haste, but we don't have any of those. Full BAB classes are silly. Although, actually, I was thinking
he hits it twice. It's still up, though.
Oh, okay. Is he going to 5-foot step for Kudu then, or is he going to be like,
And
Brr!
he will go here.
I do what I want.
Strength damage makes me dumb.
Triggers, you're ready to action.
Well, I wasn't ready. I was delaying my
Was
turn.
it or just delayed?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because UI was to gather power, probably, so that was a full round action to do that.
That I do. I want my cat off
Well,
my
I guess
lap so
technically
can
you could have readied it, because you could have... Granted, it's not that interesting of a feat. It's just blind fight, but I picked up blind fight, so I can just
Okay.
do...
Oh, nice.
I'm just gonna say right now, blind fight is a lifesaver.
Oh, it's so good.
The Reign of Winter campaign that I'm in, our paladin has blind fight and was blind for all of Artrosia. Okay, not all of it. I say a good 50% of it.
It's basically like 3 super dungeons is what Atrocious is.
Yeah, and so because of that, both the paladin and our bard were blind through that whole time, and a couple of the other characters just didn't have dark vision, and so we only had like 2 characters that could see anything at all that was going on.
That's my
and
favorite
blind
part.
fight was essential.
It's also really good in like fog clouds and things like that. They give you that 20% or dim light.
Okay, a 25 will hit.
Re-rolling on a 20% turns it from a 20% to a 5% chance to miss. Like you just don't miss in 20% concealment very often.
Yeah.
Ooh, 39 points. That's the telekinetic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
You blast the other mun.
Okay.
And as you do, it falls. It doesn't bleed. Well, actually, no. I think it does bleed.
Oh.
But it doesn't look like a normal person's bleed.
Gotcha.
It just falls over, and it stops breathing or making any sound. It's not like the other ones.
It's not hollow inside.
Nope.
He's gotten better.
He's got new methods. He learned a new trick.
All right. Jane is going to move over here and lay on hands, Sister Maria.
He's back and he's got a new trick. The
yeah, I actually was thinking of the same
last time.
Good old magical
and
Trevor.
That's heal. Back up to full. That was a good lay on hands. That was almost max. On his turn, he watches his companion fall.
Uh-huh. I told him the monsters were going to come for him.
Oh yeah, Sister Maria needs to make another fortitude save though, because of the poison.
Yeah, nothing I can do about that.
Yeah,
just let me know if he saves or staggered.
He saves, and yeah, he's doing all right now.
I have a ring that can suppress staggered once a day.
Nice.
Pretty nice.
Well, if you need it a second time, I got your back.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I'm not next to you or something. Or... yeah.
He is going to step. No, he's actually gonna provoke as he draws a potion out of his coat, and then he's gonna drink it.
So let's see here. My attack versus him is plus 17. But he does have displacement. And I don't think blind fight actually applies versus displacement.
No, because it's not hindering your vision.
The only way, so right now I'm doing an attack opportunity. That's not going to help. But if I okay, looks like I got through it. So unfortunately, my damage isn't going to be that great. But
well, actually, says in melee, every time you miss because of concealment, you can re-roll your miss chance, and this is technically concealment.
Oh, okay.
So I think you would get it.
Well, I made it on my first roll anyway, so in this case it doesn't matter. And I was planning even if it did.
Okay, 12 points of damage.
Yeah, that's planning next round. Is probably gonna.
You notice that when you hit him, several things are different about the composition of his body. First, he feels as hard as stone, and a lot of the damage doesn't go through.
Okay.
And second of all, thorns erupt from his body when you hit him.
Okay.
That's a bit more noticeable, I think.
Is it reflex or something?
Nope.
Or do I just take damage?
You're gonna take some damage.
Alright, that's fine. I have some temporary hit points, so... Yeah, maybe I should have made my should have just enhanced to a +5 weapon. Could have gone through the adamantium.
Alright, you can take 13 points of damage.
Okay, that takes away most of my temporary hit points.
And
Only
when he
most.
drinks the thing, he vanishes.
Okay. Well, I can see why he took the attacker material to do it, because he probably wanted to move.
Alright, Fingerman, it's your turn.
Well, that's unfortunate. I have seen visibility, I just don't have it repaired. I could just guess what square he's in and try to throw a glitter dust off. Now, I know Sister Maria
You're
has
good.
seen invisibility, so I'll just tell Sister Maria that he's turned invisible. And I'm going to cast Shield on myself. And that'll be it for my turn. I'm going to wait for Sister Maria to, like, maybe cast some
Cormac.
invisibility.
Grim. Oh, his phone just died. Oh no. That's right, because he's using...
Oh, yeah. He's using his phone for...
Speaking,
Discord.
yeah.
All
Okay,
right.
well, there's nothing up for Cormac to attack at the moment.
He attacks the Hound Archons.
Yeah, Cormac would have seen Mun. He drank something and then vanished.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly. He's without Discord for a bit because I think like his computer can't run Discord and run Roll20 at the same time. Or
Boy,
something.
that sounds familiar.
So
Matt can testify the computer is not really all that high powered.
yeah.
Okay. Gus.
Gus has ways to see invisibility, I think, right? I can't remember. I know Sister Maria can. I could if I was smarter about preparing my spells.
So, all right. So Cormac's done on his turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. He's just hiding in a corner.
Okay.
Interesting. So that's where you're gonna go and hide,
So he moves forward. Gustav should be able to see him in line of sight. Assuming.
Oh, you have constant see invisibility?
Of course he does.
Okay, yeah, you see him. He's actually very close to you.
Yeah, he doesn't have really anywhere you can really go anyway. The front door is locked.
Yeah, Gus, you see him right here.
Oh.
Let's see. Well, considering on where he's at, I guess I'm gonna have to.
Moon probably actually would recognize Gus, right? Like he might know who Gus is. He probably doesn't recognize when the
By
rest of us show up.
reputation, you mean?
Yeah, maybe. Like because you guys are both from Casimir.
That's a possibility.
Like he did. There's no way he'd know who any of the rest of us are, probably, unless like maybe Lowell's told him about us or something. But like,
let's see.
yeah, he might know who you
are.
He's exhausted too, so he probably can't move as quickly either.
I'm trying to figure out
exhausted
what will
prevents
be
you from like running or charging, but he can still move at his base.
Right, unless he's encumbered because of his strength, lower strength. But yeah, but still, it's gonna slow him down a little bit. Maybe not as much since we're in a building and it's like hallways and stuff, so you can't run anyway. But
all right, so then does Mun know that I can see him?
I mean, it doesn't look like it. You're not sure.
So then he's going to, I guess he's going to feign that for the most part, but I am going to check and see if I have something that will help the group in that sense. I'm checking here. Do I assume that he's just a standard human and all that stuff? I'm assuming that he doesn't have any. I mean, it looks like that he's got certain magical enchantments on.
Yeah, he has like a greatly scarred face and body, but yeah, he looks human.
All right, then what he's gonna go ahead and do then is he'll go ahead and let's see. Well, okay. Let me see if this spell will work here. And that's gonna be that won't. Okay, so, well, shit. Considering that where he's at. Fuck. Okay. He's got very little things that he could probably do that would help with this. But he goes and actually, I know what he can do. I think he has the ability to make another summon setup. Because I think there might be some summons that might be able to actually counter this. Don't think that these things can see though directly, but though they could smell. The Hound Archons are probably the one that is closest to him is probably able to discern where he is by scent. Right?
It would be able to on its turn. It can take a move action to perceive and pinpoint if it's within 5.
Okay, so there's that, and then And then also, if they're able to detect evil as a constant, are they able to detect on where his location would be, as kind of blipping on almost on their radar if he's strong enough on his...
They'll see an aura, but it won't give them... They'll still have concealment. But you'll know what square they're in. That's about it.
Good. So that is still very useful.
I think it works like...
It is useful, yeah.
Detect evil works like detect magic, where I think you don't know the exact location until after 3 rounds.
That's true.
Like, you know yeah, first round you know if there's evil in your cone. Second round you know the number and like the power of the most potent evil.
Gotcha. That's...
And then third round you know the location.
Damn it! I can't really summon evil things. Well, you know what? Actually, no. Now that I think about it, Shadow Conjuration does not prevent me from doing summoning evil creatures, right?
I don't think so.
So, based off of what my alignments would be, so under that circumstance, that would make things...
I mean, especially because it's not actually like... It's a shadow thing that you created. It's not even actually like it's only pseudo-real, kind of. It's not... I don't know.
Right.
And then also, you're not like a cleric or something, so I don't think you're tied to alignment spells the same way.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then that means there's going to be more options of what I think he can do. So he's going to go ahead and let's see, what is this level? That is okay. He's going to go ahead and summon some creatures that are from the number 5 list at 6th at the Summon Monster 6th level, treating it as a 1d3. And what he's going to do is he's going to go ahead and summon Babao Demon.
Ooh, I've fought against those before.
And so 1 appears, which is more than enough. And this creature is got an innate see invisibility that's constant. And so what he's going to do is he's going to that's going to separate. That's going to be right in front of Gus.
Okay. Say anything.
And he goes and says,
"You think you can hide in the shadows? Guess what? You can't. Come forth!"
And this entity arises.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack with it.
And
unless it doesn't attack.
Actually, makes you wonder if I should attack or not. Okay, well, let me see here.
Don't spend too much time on it. This has already been a long turn.
True. So he's going to go ahead and do a...
I guess at will dispel magic. That's the other option. Try to dispel its invisibility.
You know what?
It's at caster level 7.
That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do. Dispel magic on the Babao. Or from the Babao over to Mun, I mean. And so that's going to
Roll
be...
a caster level check.
Caster level is 7, so...
Yeah. Although you also have to roll the... I think... I'm not sure how that works, actually. The will save still apply if you're not I think you probably would. It would probably apply to him because it's a buff off of Mun for the Shadow Conjuration part.
So we got a 19 now. Obviously, Shadow Conjuration check on disbelief, and then we'll go from there.
But the cast level check might not be high enough anyway.
We'll find out. It might be at least high enough to remove one of his buffs.
Maybe, but I mean... The thing about it is if it's unless it's like using wands and stuff or like low level potions. Like I don't know if it's a potion that he pulled out of his inventory, it might be a low caster level. If he did it as an extract, it's probably a high caster level, and he
We'll see
probably
what it
didn't make
got.
the DC.
Okay. He seems to believe that it's real, but the dispel magic does not hit any of the spells on him, as it is not a high enough.
Yeah, he probably did it with it as an extract, and he's probably at least level 10 or so. So it's probably like a DC like 20 something. That's like the downside of the dispel magic, but it would have been really cool.
Is that your turn?
And then Gus is going to use on him the one of his abilities to kind of daze him a bit, just to see if that'll at least delay him. And so he's going to use
Was there like a swift action
Cloud-
you can do that with or something?
let me see.
Just summoning the bow was a standard action, so.
True. And actually, yeah, those are all okay. Never mind. They are all standard actions for those abilities. Okay, so then what he's gonna do is he's just gonna go ahead and stand over here.
Okay.
And that will be his turn.
Okay. Sister Maria is going to cast See Invisibility, and he sees him. He points over to him. He's going to swift action change his Bane to Human Bane, and he's going to attack him.
Watch, he's not human.
Oh yeah, there was also the Archons.
He misses with the first one. Then misses with the second attack, and then hits with the haste.
Oh no, but now he's going to take thorn damage or something.
He's going to take thorn damage.
No!
Since the Archons didn't act, I would say that the one that's closest is probably just going to boost Jane with aid. So,
Okay, that's fine.
Then the other ones are just going to set up a line.
Okay, he does some damage. And then, yeah, he's going to take some damage. Ouch, he takes 17. But he does have 8 on him, so...
Yeah, some of that gets
11 for... And then... 6.
Alright, I put the aid on
Jane? Okay.
Yeah. And then at least they have their turns done.
Yep. Okay, Kudu. You saw Sister Maria and also this, like, shadowy demon thing attacking into this square.
Oh.
That's right next to you.
Ah.
Gus is just like, stop.
Yeah. Well, I don't... I guess I'll pull up the spear.
Okay.
And stab.
Into that square.
So where are we at? Melee. Oh shit! I didn't put the spear in here. It's probably it's the same number to roll though.
It's just a +1. Yeah, it's just a +1 sphere.
21. Even though he is exhausted, that is not enough to hit him.
Okay. I'm like, what's in the square?
What's in the square? Don't open the square. Don't do it.
I think you technically do have another attack because you're basic BAB.
Yeah,
sure.
but I don't think she has quick draw.
Oh no, I don't.
Oh right.
Otherwise, she'd actually have 2 attacks because she has haste as well.
Yeah.
Jane takes a step back, and she's gonna ready an action to shoot him if she sees him. On his turn, he is going to do something.
There, do. Only Gus and Sister Maria can see it.
Yep.
And the babao.
That's right.
Oh wait, Drench wants to attack in that square too.
Okay, that's fine.
There was in the Pathfinder podcast I listened to, there was a character that charmed a red cap. It was one of the more memorable characters
attack.
from the podcast.
A 31 has a chance of hitting. Roll a percentage. It misses.
Aww.
Oh, we tried. Valiant effort.
Okay, he's actually just gonna try and hit. He's gonna try and hit. He takes his club and he tries to smack you.
I guess this is where we figure out if he has regular invisibility or greater invisibility.
Does a 21 hit you?
Who was the attack against?
Gus.
You.
Oh, okay. Well, then he would be using his danger sense.
Okay. So does that make the difference?
Was a danger site that will be granting the plus.
Does he roll a 21 to hit you?
Checking and comparing. Damn it, where's my AC? I'll miss.
Okay. He's gonna take a second attack. And I'm pretty sure a 13 does not hit you.
It will miss.
Okay. That's his turn. He is trying to, bash his way through this little wall. But yes, he is still invisible.
So it was greater invisibility.
Well. Feisty, aren't we?
Finger.
Okay, so I will move over. I have haste, so I can actually move up next to him if I wanted to. I could glitter dust, but the problem is like if I do, then it's just gonna hit everybody. Like literally everybody.
Glitter ball.
Everyone gets glittered except for me and Cormac and some Hound Archon. No, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I think I'll. I mean, I can kind of see where everyone else is hitting. I can just go over and try to attack that square. So I suppose that's what I'm gonna do. Do I want to cast a spell? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna attack. That probably misses.
A 25. No, a 25 is a chance of hitting. Roll a percentage.
I miss.
Okay.
That's my turn. I had to move to get up here, so.
Alright, Cormac. Is he still, we don't have his voice, do we?
Nope, he can hear, just can't talk, it looks like.
Okay.
So
I see him in the Discord thing, but he has a little mute on his...
You could get here.
You could move next to me, but it would provoke.
Oh no.
You can move up to that square north of me. But yeah, it will provoke. Oh, you're what a madman.
Yeah, he'll try to hit you. Let's see, does a 19 hit your touch? Or no, sorry, your flat. Yep, didn't think so. Seems like everybody's attacking this square.
Yeah, what if he's not actually there? And that's why we're missing.
Well, I mean, I think the people who can see him would tell you that it seems like...
No, what I don't know is that Sister Maria actually cast Battle Mind Link on Gustav and planned this whole conspiracy to lie about where Moon is to let him get away.
Okay, go ahead and give a swing. 23. A 23 has a chance of hitting him. Give me a percentage. That'll be a miss. All right, Gus.
Well. All right. So Gus is going to take a bit of a risk. First, the Babao is going to go ahead and take a attack, just so we can get that out of the way.
Okay.
And
make multiple attacks.
Yeah, so he's going to go for 2 claws and a bite, by the looks of it. He's getting flank bonus, so there's that too.
Actually, I don't know if he is. The Hound Archon can't see him, so he does not. He does not threaten.
True.
You and Sister Maria get flanked, but the Babao doesn't.
Yeah, that does make a little bit more difficult. Oh, well, I'm not going to worry about it. You can still hit pretty decently. So
this guy's AC is not very high either, but he's got like DR and stuff like that. So,
all right. So then, in that case, it's going to be plus 12 overall. .26 to hit. It has Sea of Visibility.
Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
Ooh. Can he get sneak out of it? I'm assuming no, but
no, he's not flanking right now.
Damn. That would have been useful. Okay. So that'll be 8 points of damage. Then
Okay.
Second attack will be 28 to hit.
Little hit.
Doing 11 points of damage.
Okay. That does a little bit.
Then the bite. 21.
Okay. That actually misses.
Misses. Okay. And so yeah, just a whole bunch of swings come in, and then Gus is going to have Actually, did some of the aids drop or sorry, the temporary hit points drop on some of these guys?
As far as I know, only on Sister Maria.
Only on Sister Maria?
Mine has 1 left.
Okay.
And if you want to use 2, I can roll those 2.
So, let's see. So, Fengram and Sister Maria are going to be both re-aided.
Okay, then 8 to each.
Yep. And then meanwhile, the Archon that is in melee with the creature is going to use the aid another action on. Oh, who's going to hit well? Probably Cormac. Or Sister Maria might be a good choice too.
Sister Maria's got Sea Invisibility, so.
Okay, throwing it on Sister Maria then. For aid another, so that's going to be a 1d20 plus 8. Roll 1d20 plus 8. Okay, it's a 20 naturally, so that'll succeed. So there's a +2 bonus on attack rolls for Sister Maria. And then in addition, Gus is going to use calm emotions on Mun. So that's going to be, let's see. Oh wait, that's a radial. That's an AOE radius spread. That might not work as I was hoping. Well, then instead, he's gonna do something very unconventional, I guess. And he's going to use discern next of kin, and it's going to be a it's a 60-foot range, so he should be able to do that. And then
wait, what? Figure out who his cousins and dad is.
Essentially he's gonna try to learn more about his guy, because that's it. That's his shtick. So he steps out of
maybe he can get him to cooperate. You can talk to him about his brother.
Okay. It gives him a will save, so he's gonna roll a will.
Yep.
He failed, and you learn that he has no next of kin.
Aww. He's so Ronry.
No wonder he's a villain.
Well, I mean, he didn't have to become a villain. Batman's family died, and he turned into Batman.
Okay,
so,
that will be his turn.
Okay, Sister Maria is going to take his attack. Wow, misses. He misses. Kudu.
I don't see any reason not to, so I'm gonna provoke and move.
Okay.
He might not have any more attacks because he already used one on Cormac, so.
Yep. You move and no attack comes your way.
Alright. And then, I think I still have Drench here. Drench is gonna attack at it.
Okay. Roll your attacks.
Is that the right dice?
Possible hit.
I guess it is. He's hasted as well, so he's gonna... Okay, no, on that one.
And a miss.
Oof.
And a miss.
Poor Drench. Okay. I'm going to say enough, and I'm gonna telekinetically blast the square everybody's targeting.
Okay, give me an attack.
I also shoot. I'm still holding the spear. I don't need to put it away. I'm not gonna gather power. All right. Let's attack. Did that hit?
Yes, that hits. Roll me the damage. Ooh, 40. And that's like a physical, like all damage types.
Yeah.
Okay. Bam! He takes a big hit. You see all this stuff impact, like, something. But you don't hear anything fall to the ground. It seems like he's still standing, but not...
No thud.
On his turn... He sees an opportunity, so he's gonna provoke from Sister Maria and the Bavau and Gus if you can make a melee attack, and he's gonna run. He's going through here. So Sister Maria is gonna make an attack.
All right, so that's gonna be.
That's a hit with a concealment. 76. That's also a possible. No, that is a hit.
Okay. That's okay.
5 points. Okay. And yeah, he goes down. You guys hear a thud. And I'm gonna take us out of combat.
I'm imagining that he just kind of does a trip maneuver.
Kinda, yeah.
It's just
he
like
gets smacked by behind in the book and the other.
It's just that whole moment of trying to run away and using the cane to kind of.
We know his greater visibility. That's gonna wear off in
a bit, yeah.
About a minute.
All right, what do you guys do?
While we're waiting for him to not to turn non-invisible, I'm gonna go investigate the corpse of this. I assume it was a construct of some sort, but I'm gonna investigate it. I'm gonna roll a knowledge arcana for now, under the assumption that it's a construct.
Go ahead and roll knowledge arcana. Yes, it seems like it is a construct. It's a unique one though. That while this thing appears to be alive, it is made of non-living material. It looks like a very intricately, carefully crafted homunculus.
Yeah, and while he's examining, he'll maybe say it's I hate to admit it, but the man is a genius.
Gus goes and says,
"Have you got rope?
Or
manacles?"
I think Sister Maria has manacles, or at least had manacles at one point.
Yeah, he does.
So, Gus is going to say,
"Just strut him. I'm gonna go
and he's gonna go ahead and disarm any weapons on Mun.
Okay, you do that.
Rope is for people that don't fly.
You take away his wand, his club, and those are the only weapons he was carrying.
Yeah, he was probably using extracts for for his potions.
The game's up. Didn't think this through, did you?
He also appears to be healing too, spontaneous.
Huh.
Oh no. We're not going to be doing healing.
I don't know if there's anything we can do about that other than just killing him.
Well, we'll just beat him down a bit more if we have to.
I guess you just, while he's healing, you just keep punching him every once in a while. I guess that's something we could do.
If you got better ideas, then sure, go for it. Otherwise,
Mund himself?
Mund?
He's spontaneously healing.
Yeah, he's got some sort of fast healing.
Yeah. Fast healing or regen. Most likely it's a fast healing.
I mean, the other thing too, so we can figure out on him? Yeah, let's try to figure it out, because if it's a spell or something, like a magical effect on him, if you still have that bow, I guess the bow is only there for a certain number of rounds, but while it's there, it has at will dispel magic.
Yep, and that's pretty much what I'm thinking is
spam it until it goes away.
Your call on that, Matt. Baba was there for, I think, 2 rounds before he went down. He's available for
Less than a minute.
about 12 rounds, I think. Or no, 11 rounds?
There for 11 rounds, yeah. So he's less
You
than a
just want him
minute.
to cast a spell magic on him for.
Cast spell magic like 8 times or something.
just it's like, oh, you have magic? Dispel.
Yeah, I mean it's
Spell
so low
magic.
caster level though is the thing, so it might not actually get rid of that much, but like I don't know, maybe that'll get rid of the fast healing. If it's
How many more rounds
effect.
was it around for?
What, it was up for what, 2 rounds before it?
Right.
Okay, so
and we
then,
probably don't like I don't know if and we kind of probably didn't go. There might have been a couple of rounds passed before we decided to do that. So honestly, I would probably say we probably don't get the full like
I'm
9
gonna
rounds
say
yet.
it's probably got 8 or 9 rounds. Your call on how you want to judge that,
Yeah.
but about 8 or 9 rounds.
Okay.
And it is a caster level 7, so
Yeah.
So add 7 to each of those. Then.
Since he's unconscious, he automatically fails the will save. I'm pretty sure though. So
He already believed it was real.
that's true
Yeah.
too. So you don't have to worry about that part at least. You just have to worry about the caster level check.
Yeah, let's see if let's see if he'll hit 26 as, or like if 26 is the magic number or not.
Okay. 3 things come off of him. But for those using detect magic on him, there is still a magical aura on him that is not his equipment, but his equipment is detecting his magic. The wand, his leather smock, his club, his cloak, and a ring.
I'll take the ring off in case it's a ring of regeneration.
Okay. And the club and the wand are aside right now.
Yeah.
So yeah. And basically, yeah. Gus is just pretty much. I'm assuming that Sister Maria is doing the restraining right now with like the manacles.
He's got him like manacled.
Yeah,
or something.
I wouldn't be surprised. Sister Maria is also the one
and
that
it looks
is
like
hitting him theoretic from time to time.
Stable and at positive HP, but it doesn't look like his spontaneous healing is continuing past that.
Okay.
Okay.
So then, what Gus is going to do is he's going to go ahead and cast Mind Probe.
Okay.
So
there you go. Get information without actually questioning him.
Yep. So So basically, it's a DC 21.
All right.
And will negate.
He fails.
He fails. All right.
He does start to wake up as you guys are like cuffing him and jostling him around because he has it. He is at positive HP.
Mm-hmm.
But he's groggy and exhausted.
So
he can really only groan. It's a ring of protection +1.
Oh, okay. So
it's a low level one.
It's just something I'm going to sell later.
I guess we'll start with some questions then. That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
I guess first question is, what is he looking for? And I'll probably already know the answer to this, but it'll at least give me some glimpses.
What is he looking for?
Like, why is he working with lulz? Because I don't know if we know that part very much. Like, exactly.
Sorry, what's the question?
What are you looking for?
Like, why is he here?
And specifically that question.
He's looking for the truth.
Could be.
You can't handle the truth.
Right now, he's looking for a way out.
Okay. What does he know about lulz?
What does he know about lols? He knows that lols is out of his mind and is tampering with forces that even he didn't foresee as being this powerful.
Okay. Next question is, does he know what happened to what's her name? I'm trying to remember the name here again. It's High Priest Lythine.
Sorry, what was the question?
Does he know has he seen High Priest Lythine?
Or Elder Lythine? Maybe she was a high priest. I don't remember. That's why I have it written down as those Elder Lythine.
Yes. He has seen this person.
The Grace Tome? What? I don't think I spelled that right.
Okay. Okay. Now, am I with this, since the way that the probe mind works and everything? Am I getting an idea of like his memories visually, seeing if Lythine was there?
No, this is a purely telepathic inquiry, so you're getting an answer of yes, like he has seen this person. It's not him speaking directly to you, it's you're getting these answers.
Okay.
It doesn't yield any kind of sensory.
Where is hold on, actually, let's see. Since he's been locked up in here. Actually, that's a question. How long has he been locked in this room?
In here?
Mm-hmm. Or trapped in this room?
For the past few days. For the past few days, ever since the wards were triggered.
Probably about as long as the guards have been here.
Okay.
And their barricade.
Let's see. How dangerous is lols?
Beyond mortal comprehension.
Beyond mortal comprehension. Okay.
Nice. I want to go punch him now.
All right.
I'm not getting this. This is all happening telepathically anyway.
From your point of view, your meaning, Mun, do we stand a chance in stopping lols? This is now an opinion.
He looks to you, like he actually looks at you as you're probing his, and he starts to laugh.
No funny business.
Bit. And the only telepathic answer you get is that nothing stands a chance against him. No angels or demons. He has the power of a god. He is the chosen champion.
Okay. And then will you continue to stand in our way if we release you?
That's
His
not
expression
happening.
changes. He's a little bit confused, and he kind of like, it's almost like he wants to speak, but he's choked up in the throat. And the telepathic inquiry you get is that no. He shakes his head.
Okay. Then have you been to the soul of this sanctum?
Let's see. He his expression doesn't reveal anything to you, but your spell tells you that no, he has not been there, but he has seen it. He knows about it.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
You've got a couple more rounds left. I think you've got 3 more.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. If Lols, do you know
It's 11
how?
rounds.
Do you know how Lols will attempt to stop us?
He doesn't know, but he knows he will, or he knows that you can't succeed.
Okay.
He believes Lols is too powerful for you.
Okay, so there's that, and then
Finger maybe starts tapping his foot a little bit impatiently.
I'm trying to think here.
He looks around at everybody too, not saying anything, as he's like very wounded and such.
Yeah, Finger scowls at him.
But it almost looks like he's enjoying this method of communication.
Oh.
He, Gus says, "Are you part of the reason the guards on this floor, or the other guards, are traumatized?"
You get a result back of partly.
I mean, yeah. He helped someone else
It
before.
wasn't just him. And he couldn't have done it by himself.
And then, because I am out of ideas here on other questions to inquire, but I will go ahead and then ask one last question, being, can you help them overcome their trauma?
The answer you get back is no.
Okay. Spell ends. All right.
Ingram looks to Gus, says, "Can I kill him now? We already have a Macdian moon, and he is a much better man than this one."
If you decide to kill him, He will not. Just know he will no longer stand in our way. He is nothing more than a pawn.
He's a
And
genius, though.
he pleads with you, Fingram. He speaks and says, he says, "Don't. I I can't hurt you."
No, you can't hurt me. This is correct. But you have already done a great deal of harm to the people of Casimir. I've
First,
seen
Then
your.
bring him to justice with the law.
Huh?
I don't.
What is
He's
law?
about to.
I don't think that there's time for that.
Gus just kind of grumbles at that and says,
If you're going to kill him, know that I will remember this.
Mun Jr. has taken over his role within the city of Casimir. He will continue to take that role until his master returns. I intend for that to never happen.
He turns to Gus and says, "Please, old chap, please help me. I pose no harm to you and your companion."
Gus says,
The truth is that he can make more constructs and send them at us later. So he is dangerous. He's a genius.
He will not stand in our way any further if we release him.
I look at Mun and say, "Tell me, Mun, are you more afraid of me than you are of Hasserton Lowles?"
He cringes. And he says, I saw him do it. I could show you."
Do what?
Getting into the soul.
Let me check something really quick on my notes. And
I say that we should at least humor this idea for now. At least give him the time to at least redeem himself. I am not a man that is cruel. I cannot just kill a man after trying to spare him.
He looks over at Sister Maria and he says,
After what happened to the Darrow previously, I'd rather not have to see a unjust death.
No, make no mistake, I am not hiding my intentions. I do intend to kill Macmian Mun.
Even as a helpless man?
He's not helpless.
He
may be helpless now, but maybe not in the future.
If you do, you'll stump yourselves. There's a puzzle to getting into the soul. It's quite intricate, but I watched him do it.
Were you the one that told Hasserton Lowles how to get in?
Oh, no.
That's what I thought.
But he still is a witness. He has seen things that will still be of use to us.
And wouldn't my life be a fair trade for pursuing Lowles? Yeah.
Man, we need like a chain of shackles and we can just have a bunch of people follow us around. You want to come with us? You're coming in shackles.
A bunch of slaves.
Yeah.
I believe you're very much overvaluing your life in this situation here. But
he has indeed committed atrocities and has committed crimes. But I don't think the instant death penalty would be appropriate. I think a trial would be preferred. But
Have
it
you
seems
been in
many
his
of you could.
house?
Yeah.
I would like more.
That is why I believe a trial would be preferred.
Like, we see this guy in a totally different light than Gus.
Oh, I know. Yeah, and Gus is somewhat naive of all the things that have happened. Just only seeing some pretty effed up stuff.
Yeah. I do not have a problem letting you live for a little while longer. But know this, even if you do show us how to get there, I'm not making any promises.
I wish I could do more for you, man. But unfortunately, I don't have the control over these my companions here. So, as such, I do believe that we'd still at least appreciate any assistance you can provide. Stop this man, so that way the world is no longer in danger. You will help with us on that, correct?
He says that he'll help you get into the soul if you let him live. He also says that he is very much injured and he doesn't expect you to heal him, but if you could take the shackles off of him, he could heal himself. Because if you could just feed him some of his extracts.
I am opposed to this idea.
He says losing me early won't help you.
Oh, we don't mind losing you now, later. Doesn't matter.
I was prepared to kill you right now.
Yeah.
I will not lose any sleep if you die in a unfortunate ambush.
The actions that he has done, are they so heinous that he deserves death now?
I look over at Gus and say, yes, they definitely do.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
He deserves much more than just death. But I am aware that killing him will not undo any of the damage he has already done. It is merely a means of preventing him from committing further atrocities. You never answered my question before, Mekni and Nun. And Matt's not here right now, so I'll take his back. But
yeah.
there was a point. Okay, so there's a point behind that question. So I look back at Mekni and say, no, you never answered my question before, Mekni and Nun. Do you fear Hasserton Lulz more than you fear me right now? Because this is an important question.
He says that I value my life, and as you are poised to end it, yes, I do feel a little more scared around you than Lowell's. He's far away from here. By now, I can assure you.
And if I were to let you go, though, how would your opinion on that change? If you're back in your home in Casimir, who are you more afraid of?
He says, I could leave Casimir. I shan't return.
Regardless, if you are not here, are you more afraid of me, or are you more afraid of Hasserton Lowes?
Well,
Gus,
I assume Lowles will have much grander plans in mind once he ascends. So I think you are more of a grounded threat to me.
And I look back at Gus and say, I rest my case. We cannot trust this man.
Then allow me to do one last thing. Everyone, keep a little distance. We're at least gonna make sure that at least it's a peaceful death.
And he places calm emotions on.
Oh, I didn't say
Mun.
I'm gonna kill him right now. I'm willing to let him live for a little bit longer.
That's fine.
Yeah. But all right. You call him emotions on him. I step back.
Okay. Yeah. You calm.
And then I'm going to place another mind probe on him.
Okay. You have your questions ready?
I will. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Good old roll 20 at least.
He doesn't
We're gonna
succeed.
go up the same square, and we can actually move our own tokens away from each other.
Oh.
Yeah. So Gustav is going to ask,
How do you get into the soul?
Okay. What's your sense motive modifier?
my sense motive modifier.
Yeah.
Checking. Modifier is 10.
Okay. You get the answer back by solving a puzzle.
Puzzle.
He said
This
you
guy's
saw
a
him
smart
do
ass.
the puzzle. And that you could show us how.
It'd be really funny if he actually doesn't know how to get past the puzzle.
How do you solve the puzzle?
Okay. Let's see, just a moment.
Yeah, he's super calm right now too. He's not even scared.
I mean, he's kind of. He can't feel scared.
Yeah, he can't feel scared.
Kinda. So your question was, how do you solve the puzzle?
Yeah.
Kind of interesting because I think like Figrim has like personal investment in here because he went through all that with like to get Moon Junior healed and all that. And like this guy's, even though he made Moon Junior, but he's the reason why Moon Junior was so fucked up.
Is that you must align the rings.
Align the rings.
Align the rings. Align the rings correlating to the images of creation and destruction.
I almost wanted to tell this guy like,
Okay.
I'm probably at least as smart as Lowell's anyway, right? But maybe not. I don't know.
What rings correlate to creation?
He probably had like the Yellow King tell him about it.
You don't get a clear answer back from this one. He doesn't know. You get the sense that he doesn't remember the images. He just he knows the. You feel like he believes he knows the trick to doing it, but he doesn't. He can't give you detailed directions.
What is the trick to doing it?
Oh, that's what you got before is aligning the rings.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So that is the trick. Okay. So I'm not sure if you want to count that or not, or if I was understanding that as part of it. Let's see.
You're getting the method to solving the puzzle from him.
Okay. Do you remember anything else of importance about the puzzle?
You get back there are consequences to failing it.
Do you know the consequence?
Guardians.
What kind of guardians are these?
I'm not sure. They look like statues.
And are there other traps to be aware of?
Are there other traps to be aware of? He's you get back a yes from him.
Okay. What other traps have you found going towards the soul?
You get back a no traps I've seen, but the wards are still here.
Okay. All right. He asked a very silly question, but he's going to ask anyway. Will you forgive us for what is to come?
He's unsure. He doesn't know what you mean by that.
Okay. And then he ends the connection.
Okay.
And then Gus is going to he's going to place another calm emotions to essentially refresh.
Okay. He fails.
Okay. And the poisoned thing that hit Sister Maria. Gus inquires what it was.
Are you asking him?
I am asking Sister Maria.
Oh, Sister Maria says, "This dang thing," and he points at the slain homunculus. He says, "They're poison."
Gus goes and says, we'll go ahead and say,
if you're going to go ahead and take his life, make it quick. I don't want to be here for this.
And he goes and says,
Jane, come with me.
All right. She nervously gulps, but looks back at the man and follows.
He goes and looks and says, looks back towards everyone and says,
I hope you show some form of mercy.
And then walks on away and with Jane and just hopes that he sees nothing.
Kudu uses her mercy to remove any shaken or frightened statuses he might have.
So let's see here. Like I think we could probably deal with the puzzle without this guy.
Yeah, we're not
just
dumb.
let me know. Do you kill him?
I'm gonna say, like, do you have any last words? I come from a long line of archivists. I will remember.
He just tries to bargain with you. He insists that you're going to waste time trying to get into the soul.
Be aware, he's under the calm emotions, so he might bargain calmly.
I nod my head and say, "I'll remember that you tried valiantly to negotiate your way out of your responsibilities to the very end. Goodbye, Macnian Moon," and then I'll kill him.
Okay, you strike him, and he does let out a cry of pain. And yeah, you kill him.
Yep. And then I sigh and look to the others that are still here, which I guess is just Cormac and Kudu.
Mm-hmm.
And Sister Maria maybe still here? Yeah, Sister Maria's still here too.
Yeah, he's still here.
And say, "Let's go." And yep, then I'll go follow Gus.
Okay. What do you guys do?
Go downstairs or try to find where we're headed.
We gotta go to the pull the tongue or whatever, right? That's like the next thing. Is
Yeah,
that
you gotta go to the grate.
Yeah. Feel free to take what you need off of him and.
Oh yeah,
the
let's
other bodies.
yeah, we'll take his
Let's
items
go
too,
through his
I
stuff,
guess.
I think. Yeah,
And the construct, did the construct have anything on him? And was there anything in that room as well?
You could go check the room.
I'll do that.
We didn't check the room.
Gus heads over to where the bolt is at.
I only tried to identify the ring, and which I did identify as a +1 protection ring. I didn't identify anything else, like the club or any of that stuff. So I don't know what they were. It was a club, and so I'll start with the club. It's my spellcraft bonus. Plus 24, 22. All right, I probably got the club.
Yeah, it's a +1 returning club.
All these returning weapons. Oh, that's weird though.
His leather, like smock, like armor, is a +3 leather.
Okay.
The homunculus was wearing a +2 chain shirt, and the wand, because you saw him cast it with it, is a wand of make whole, but it's only got 8 charges left on it.
It's a +2 chain shirt, +1 returning. What was the other armor he was wearing?
It was a +3 leather and a +2 chain shirt.
And then other than that, it was just that and the ring and the wand, right?
A +2 chain shirt. That's an upgrade from my chain shirt. I'm gonna trade that out.
Yep, go for it. I think I already have one. I'm pretty sure.
And I have full play. I don't need
it. 8 charges of a make whole wand. All right. I mean, more wands is always nice.
Nothing special about the chain shirt. It's just a +2.
Yeah, +2.
All right.
As for the room, when you look around in it, okay, so there is a very valuable alchemist lab that has been set up here, and it's enough that it's.
Oh, so we can make.
So if you want alchemy supplies, you can use this or take it. On the book is also a formula book that contains all of his alchemist formulas.
I don't know if we have anyone that can use those, but we can sell it potentially. It's worth some money, probably.
I mean, he's a big name, so maybe more than just some money.
Does anybody want to make whole wand, or do you just want me
to? Gus is gonna be willing to take whatever anyone does not want, because he's lacking in equipment in general. So.
Yeah, I mean, the returning club, you could take that. If you need a throwing weapon that can return to you. Everyone else seems to be getting them. I have a dagger, so I think the dagger's probably better for me.
He's probably gonna pass on the returning club because he is like throwing a club is not something I don't think he would find convenient.
Alright.
Did someone take either the shirt or the leather?
Kudu took the chain shirt, but you might be able to take her old chain shirt if she doesn't want it.
Yeah, I have a +1 chain shirt if you want that.
You might already have one of those though. I don't know.
What do I have for that? Let me see.
All right, make whole. I'm just gonna put
I have a +1 breastplate, so yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna put the make whole wand on my character sheet for the moment, but if somebody else wants it, like it's not on my spell list, so I'd have to UMD it. And actually, do I even have ranks in UMD? I do, but yeah, I'm still not the best person for it.
Let me see if that's in my spell list. I wonder.
It's only got 8 charges anyway, but I will probably be more likely to use it for like actually fixing broken items more often than
he can use it. Yeah, Gus can take it because he can use it for solving certain little mysteries or fixing broken problems.
Yeah.
Except
You
for
can also,
the betrayal.
You can also use it to like repair a statue and then
it did
possess it.
So yeah, I think Gus will be willing to take it. He doesn't voice it right now since he's stepped away while you guys had to deliver the mercy.
Yeah, later on I'll give you the wand though. We can say that happens once we catch up with you. I give you that.
Yeah, but yeah, and then I'd say that'll probably be the best thing I could really benefit from, because everything else is going to be, I don't know, probably not that useful by comparison. I don't know. Maybe a chain shirt might a +2 chain shirt. I think that's
no. Kudu took the +2 chain shirt, so that's what I was saying.
Right.
So there's a +1 chain shirt instead if you want. Is Kudu holding on to that +1 chain shirt for now, or?
Yeah, I'll hold on to it until somebody wants it.
Yeah, or until we sell it.
Yeah.
You could probably just sell it off. So yeah. All right.
If nobody else wants the returning club, I can just hold on to it for now. But yeah, I don't know if
Cormac will take it.
Okay, there you go. You got a returning club. +1 returning club. I mean, it's like I said, there's situations where like the nice thing with returning clubs sometimes is like you can throw them and then like, move up towards them. If you can't get to them in like one round, it gives you something to do,
Yeah.
So they're kind of nice. It's better when you have like quick draw or something, but
Clubs are clubs non-lethal? No, that's the.
No, they're lethal. They're just simple weapons.
Yeah.
You can make anything non-lethal with a -4.
I think they only got like a 10 range increment. I actually almost forgot that they have a range increment. I was like, can you have a returning club? I'm like, I guess you can actually though. It is technically listed as a range
The default is 10 though.
Yeah, it's 10.
For anything thrown.
Right, but I mean, like it actually has, like it's not even considered an improvised thrown weapon. Like if you try to throw a longsword, then you get like a lot of penalties for doing it unless you have the throwing enchantment on it or something. But a club actually technically is
just a stick.
Yeah, a club actually is a thrown weapon. Like you can it even just a normal club, you can use it with no penalties as a thrown weapon. And I forget about
his
that.
Club doesn't actually look like whatchamacallit. Don't think of it like a caveman club, like what he's wielding. It looks more like a
Yeah.
It's this like metal or steel thing.
Yep.
Oh. Fascinating.
It almost looks like an instrument or something.
I mean, I guess
used in like science.
I mean, I guess technically that if it's something of that style, it might. I mean, and it's considered throwable. Gus could use it, but I mean, he might. I mean, it's just that his currently his only 2 weapons is a sword cane and a light crossbow. Only the cane is enchanted.
Yeah.
Which does more? I would drop the crossbow and just take the club.
Well, the club has a really short range, to be fair.
Yeah, the crossbow is good for longer range.
Crossbow is actually way better for ranged.
Yeah, but you gotta load it, and I don't know. It's such a nuisance.
Yeah. I mean,
and he'll have it put away for when the time comes.
Gus doesn't normally use weapons as his primary combat ability anyway. Like, that's kind of a if shit hits the fan thing or something.
Kinda, yeah. I mean, he has it in case of emergency or if opportunity presents itself.
Yeah.
So
is the crossbow magical?
No, it's
Yeah.
it's a mundane light crossbow.
Not even meant.
Then take the club.
He's got blunt arrows and he's got piercing arrows, so he has
Yeah,
he has
take the
variety
club.
of options. But yeah, so
Technically,
he'll take the club then.
I have a masterwork short bow. That's my other ranged weapon. So yeah, I don't think I've used it since a long.
Alright, so
I don't know if I've ever used it. In fact,
in this room,
Yeah.
there's really only like the alchemy lab and some other random valuables, but nothing more than like 150 gold pieces. And it's mostly like art pieces.
Oh. I take note of that. Art pieces in this room.
yeah. But yeah, after we kind of look through that room and take one's magic stuff, we'll go catch up.
If you want to take any of these things, you can. There's a lacquered fan depicting soldiers fighting demons, a paperweight that shows a black rose held aloft by a trio of devil's coach horses, and then his masterwork traveling alchemist lab. But since it's 9:30 and I figure we're gonna end soon, let's get you guys at least to the next floor.
Yeah. And then we can wrap up on that after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I go see if my brother's left yet, so I can open my door. Well, I guess he's
We're gonna
not
be
up
over here.
I can open my door anyway.
This
Freaking
is where the
room's like
great
turning into a furnace.
Yeah. So Gus will see them come back and be like,
Cormac.
I assume that the
I'm here.
was provided.
No, we're not for your token.
I desynced it. It's like because all I see is like a bottom corner of a map.
Oh, there you are.
If
Your
you
token
press
just got
Control
lost.
A, you can find your token.
I found him. Okay, so, yep. This grate is similar to the ones you found before. The only difference is that the angels look different in this.
how so?
The other one were demon-like, right?
Well, this one depicts 4 smiling angelic faces, but they have fierce pointed teeth.
Fierce.
So now that you've swiveled all of the other heads, one of you reaches in, feels around, and there's something like a tongue in there that you pull.
Gus is going to check for traps on that.
Okay.
And just to make sure that we don't end up losing a hand here. So 31.
You don't think there's a trap here.
It's just unpleasant sharpness on teeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you pull the tongue, the grate starts to move, and it produces a stairway down that is formed by angels holding each other's hands and forming steps.
I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold
And you can hear like the grinding of gears and such, suggesting that this one actually doesn't stay open, that it's going to.
Oh, I guess
Do
we're
I
going.
do I think there is a way to exit out on the other via the other side?
Maybe. You might have to like find something else, like a lever or a mechanism.
Okay.
Does anybody have super glue?
I mean, there's that alchemical thing, and you can use it to throw at people to entangle them.
Glue the head so that it doesn't turn back.
Mhm.
Maybe that's why it resets.
You could also like stone shape the door open, like put up a little
Something
barrier
like
so the
that.
door
Yeah,
can't even close.
there are times where I wish I was a wizard.
Stone shape would be so useful right now.
I get to sometimes pretend to be a wizard, but at the end of the day, a magus is not actually a wizard.
Assuming that you guys all go down, you see that there are also angels carved along the interior of this shaft, and their faces appear hungry, and their pointed teeth are sometimes broken.
Strange.
A little different from the other angels.
Is this how it's supposed to be, or is it been somehow corrupted by lulz?
But you guys
Sure.
descend, and I'm just going to show this to you so that we can end on this for tonight.
A cliffhanger? Oh god, I have no vision.
Yep.
Is it a deeper darkness? Because I do have dark vision.
No, it's not deeper darkness.
Is it a
When you guys get down here, there is this thick fog just all around you. You can see no more than 5 feet in front of you. And it's just filling all the corridors.
Lovely.
Nobody
Cool.
has fog cutting lenses.
No.
Okay,
Dang.
let me give you guys experience.
Kudu needs some of those as a ranged character, for sure.
Maybe. I mean, we haven't really
experience
dealt
for
with
Mun.
fogs, honestly.
Do I have a wind spell prepared?
Because I believe
I
he's
have
the only
fireballs.
thing you guys defeated.
So if it's
Yep.
fireball.
Yeah, that combat took like 3 hours, so. I guess there was a lot of outside the combat, so it probably was more like an hour and a half or something.
This is going to be 2,400 experience.
2,400. All right.
Yeah. He's surprisingly not worth that much.
No, he wasn't very powerful. I felt kind of bad about using haste a little bit because I probably didn't actually need to. Once we got into that, but I did that in the first round, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. And then it turned out I was like, oh, he's actually not very powerful.
He doesn't have bombs.
Yeah.
Well, he also was.
And his construct got wiped out, so
considerably weakened. By
he
spell
took.
too.
Oh yeah.
Your spell took out.
He has moderate defenses, but most of them are versus physical things.
Yeah, the bow chatter really did a number on him.
Yep, it's a good open salvo.
Yeah, all right.
I feel like
that's tonight's session.
Yeah,
we'll continue next week.
I feel like a pretty
Thank you, Matt.
Big conclusion to one of the B plots, I guess. There with Fingrim killing Mun.
Yeah.
Which I know not everyone agreed with.
It does tie up a loose end.
Yeah.
Yeah. It also kind of gives you a little bit more character on where you see Gustav kind of stand on things.
Oh yeah.
So, that's always fun.
This guy was evil before we found him. He'll be evil after. So, yeah.
That's kind of the way Fingrim sees it. But like I said, he probably would have. That's the thing, because we've had other people that we've spared, but for I said, with this guy, it was more personal, and Fingrim was like, I'm not letting this guy leave.
Yeah, and Gus just does not have the understanding of why it's so personal. He knows that yes, there's a lot of horrible things that were done, but yeah.
Yeah, and my Fingrim basically spent 2 or 3 days with Mun Jr. I think it was 2 days with Mun Jr. basically in the dream world. Granted, it was that weird loopy version of him.
Yeah.
But he went through a lot, a lot to bring to try to help Mun Jr. and and he knows Mun Jr. still has his loyalties to his creator, even though his creator is a terrible person, and he just doesn't he kind of has this hope that if he just lets Mun Jr. keep that place as the actual moon over there, maybe he'll kind of keep because there's a little hint of his kind of weird sentience that he had before, a little bit of it there, and he's hoping that maybe some amount of it will kind of manifest itself, but not in the horrible way that it was there before.
I think we should deliver the formula book to him.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Of course, there was also the possibility the book entertains you guys either duping Mun or convincing him that you're the rescue party. That he basically allies with you.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm sure it's not required. Like they have to expect some parties are like not going to let him live.
Yeah.
But
no, it's there's actually more of a chance that he opens up like how he did there. But like, basically, if you force your way into his barricade, he's already paranoid enough that like he's going to try and destroy whatever is coming after.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm gonna hop off and such, and then probably hop on 14. And
All right.
Okay.
Such, so I will see you tomorrow then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doing
Awesome.
Rainmaker tomorrow.
Yeet. All right. Cool. Well then, see you later.
Yep. Good night.
We only need 51,000 more experience for level 12.